The chapel smelled of iron and decay, its warped pews clawing at the shadows cast by a single flickering candle. Father Elias knelt before the altar, his knuckles white around a rosary that hadn't gleamed in years. The girl on the stone floor, Lyra, barely 16, writhed against iron chains, her eyes rolling back to reveal inky voids. Her voice, when it came, was not her own. It was a chorus of shattered glass, a guttural hymn that clawed at Elias's sanity. "Priest," it hissed, "you think your words can bind me? I am older than your God." Elias's lips moved, chanting the old Latin, but the air grew thick, heavy with the weight of something ancient. The crucifix above the altar trembled, then bled black ichor that dripped onto Lyra's forehead. She laughed, a sound like bones snapping, and the candle snuffed out. He'd seen possessions before. Villages whispered of his success. The baker's son who spoke in tongues. The widow who clawed her own eyes out. Elias had cast out demons with scripture and will, but Lyra was different. The thing inside her didn't just resist, it knew him. It whispered his sins in the dark, sins he'd buried deeper than graves. The rite began at midnight, under a moonless sky. Elias had burned the sage, sprinkled the holy water, and carved sigils into the chapel's oak doors. But the demon mocked his rituals. "You think your trinkets matter?" it snarled, Lyra's body twisting unnaturally, her spine bending backward until it creaked. "This vessel is mine, and you, priest, are already broken." Elias's hands shook as he opened the forbidden text, a grimoire he'd sworn never to touch. The Blackened Rite wasn't in the church's books. It was older, scrawled in blood by men who'd bargained with things they couldn't name. The words burned his tongue as he spoke them, each syllable a wound in the air. The chapel walls groaned and the floor cracked, revealing a pulsing crimson glow beneath. Lyra's body levitated, chains snapping like thread. Her mouth stretched impossibly wide, vomiting shadows that coiled around Elias's ankles. "You call me out," the demon roared, "but what will you pay?" The grimoire demanded a price. A soul for a soul. Elias had known this when he began. He'd hoped his faith would be enough. It wasn't. The shadows tightened, and memories flooded him. His sister's screams, the fire he'd set to hide his failure, the night he'd fled God's grace. The demon knew it all. "Give me her," it whispered, "or give me you." Elias's voice broke as he finished the rite. The air screamed, a sound that tore at his eardrums. Lyra's body collapsed, her eyes clearing, her breath shallow but human. The demon was gone. But the chapel was silent, the altar cold. Elias felt it, a hollowness in his chest, a weight where his soul should have been.